Hello friends! Welcome to Mrs. C's Math Vocabulary Quick Video Tips. This week we'll be talking about fractions. Well, what is a fraction? A fraction is part of a whole. It's a number that expresses equal parts of a whole object or set of objects. Here you can see the fractions 2/3, 1/2, 3/4, and 4/7. That part on top can also be called the numerator. The numerator is how many fraction pieces you have. This line that separates the top and bottom, this is called the fraction bar, and this actually represents division or dividing by. The whole on the bottom can be called the denominator. Remember that denominator for down. The denominator is the bottom part of your fraction, and it equals how many fraction pieces your whole is broken into. So let's see this in a simple example. I have 4 star wands. This is my whole group, all 4 wands. If I take away one of these star wands, I only have 3 parts of that whole group of 4 left. I would call this 3/4 when I take away that one part. Let's try again. Now I only have 2 star wands. 2 is my whole. These are all the star wands I have now. If I take away one of these star wands again, now I only have one of the 2 pieces. So I have 1/2 or 1/2, which was my whole number. Let's look at some other examples too. Some key words you might hear and some that I just said when you're looking at fractions might be halves, thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, sevenths, eighths, and etc. So on. Down here, I'm looking at fourths. That means in each group, my whole number or my whole sum of parts is 4. Here I can see 4 counters, 1, 2, 3, 4. In this group, I only have one counter that's filled in. So this one shaded in circle equals 1/4. It's one part of 4 parts in this group. You can also use a number line. I would start my number line with a 0 and I would end with 1. When I have all 4 pieces or 4/4, I would have 1 whole. I would have all of the parts. But right here, I only have one part shaded in. So again, I'm representing on this number line 1/4. 1 out of all 4 parts. You can also use a fraction bar. It's very similar. This fraction bar is cut into 4 sections. In each one, it says 1/4. Only one of these fourths is filled in. So on this fraction bar, I'm showing 1/4. You can also use a circle, or sometimes you might hear it called a pie. In this circle, I've divided it into 4 parts again, since I'm using fourths, and I've filled in just one of those sections. That represents one of 4 parts, or 1/4. This seems a little tricky when you're getting started, but remember, you can use anything you have at home to help you. If you're working with fourths, you'll want to make sure you have a whole group of 4 items. If you're working with thirds, you want to make sure you have a whole group of 3 items. If you're working with halves, you'll want to make sure you have a whole group with 2 items. Remember, that whole number goes on the bottom. It's your denominator. The number of parts you're representing is the numerator that goes on top. All right, guys, wonderful job. I will see you next time. Goodbye.